everybody. Good morning. Happy Wednesday to you all. Welcome in, welcome in. As usual, just getting everything set up. Thank you for bearing with me. Okay. So we begin. First, I believe we need to go to the golden saucer. And do our dailies. Mm. Well, damn. That just happened. Okay. Not bad, not bad. I am pleased with today's. It's the only minion we have now. But it's a cute one. It reminds me of Kiki's cat. Like from Kiki's delivery service. Yeah. One little bell. Anyway. Off we go. Valencia. Valencia, I mean. So we want to go to Lominsa. Today is a quiet day. I really should like do a ton of side quests just to clear up like a ton of space in these towns. I should do a day of it. I should. That day is not today. Hail, adventurer, and welcome to Maelstrom Command. If you wish to know more about enlisting, speak with the personnel officer. Unless you are the guest we were told to expect. Aha. Ahem. Forgive me, madame. To business, then. It is as we were told. The attested it. The kobolds have once again summoned Titan. A little over a moon ago, we began to observe the beastmen moving south in increasing numbers from Agohomo. Our scouts subsequently confirmed the subject of our aggression. Crystals, fodder for their fell primal. Thank you, High Commander. You may leave the rest to me. Word has spread of your accomplishments, Zia. On behalf of Limsa Lominsa, I thank you for heeding our call. Forgive the lack of forewarning, High Commander. The Admiral will wish to address Zia personally. We are no strangers to conflict. Long have the Sahagin and the kobolds plagued our people. Nor is this the first time we have had to address a primal threat. In the past, when Titan rose to threaten the peace, it was to the company of heroes that we turned. But they are long disbanded, and we must look to our brave souls blessed with the strength to face this foe. So it is that we turn to the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, confident in the belief that you are Limsa's best hope. I hope you are right, yet this situation is far from simple. The kobolds are not prone to unprovoked aggression. Did not the Thalassocracy make a pact with the beastmen that each would keep to their own lands and that no blood would be shed? And was it not the Lamontians who violated this agreement, dissatisfied with their lot? Shall we then condemn the beastmen for defending their homes? Even a pirate must one day reap what she has sown. I would advise you to choose your words with greater care, Lady Ystor. Stand down, High Commander. She has the right of it. And the wrong is mine. Freely do I claim it. Yet it makes little difference. Remorse will not shield us from the Titan's wrath. Or would you have us fall upon our own swords? My apologies, Admiral. The safety and security of Limsa Limensa's citizenry are, of course, of paramount concern. Already we have observed disruptions in the flow of ether further inland. The effects will be felt here in the city ere long. I ask much of you, I know, but the need is great. Can I count on your help, Zia? You have my thanks, along with the full support of the Maelstrom. I await good tidings. That the kobolds should summon Titan demonstrates that they are no longer amendable to negotiation. This being the case, we must needs prepare for conflict before we meet Titan in the field. However, it would be wise to learn all we can of our foe. And I can think of no better source of information than the mercenaries who defeated him once before. And the company of heroes may be no more, but several of its former members still live. It is said that one of them is employed in the great wheat mills in Lower Lenasia. Quite. Why a mercenary should choose to become a miller, I do not know. When you find him, mayhap you should ask him for me. I, meanwhile, shall seek his fellows. Peter would have it. We have quite a bit of hunting left to do too. Um, at some point, and so it's like we have we just have quite a bit to do. We've just been focusing a lot on main story. So if you guys ever want to take a break from that, let me know. We can always do side quests or um, explore other stuff. I have no problem doing that. But yeah. Lay down, ye bird and sun, lay down a pipe with me. We'll have a grand old time, find ye a lass or three. You don't say something adventure or keep just staring. You want to know about the company of heroes? Ah, hells, price of a bleeding fame, can't ye a mill in peace no more? Still seeing as ye have come all these way, I suppose I couldn't hurt to oblige ye, considering yourself lucky lass. Trick Tatum was the company's best axeman. Now that was ye wanted to know. Gah ha ha ha. So you want to hear the tale of how the company of heroes busted Primal, do ye? Let me guess, ye mean that bastard Titus, eh? Oh, if only ye'd been there to see it. 'Twas a mighty struggle like the legends of old. Me and the boys fought him in 3 days and nights, we did. Ground trembled with every step Titus took, and when he hit ye, girl, it felt like a cannonball to the gut. Ugh, just like that. Why, what's that look for? I'm a goddamned hero, I'll have you know. The people around here sing me praises. Don't tell me you only care about learning the secret tactics we used to beat old Titus. Well, too bad, because now I'm not feeling charitable. If you're so damn desperate, then why don't you do me a favor and kill those rats that have made a nest by the old windmill just south of here? I do that, then we'll talk. I mean, you do his dirty work. People always having me do their dirty work. Nice, so the beasties are dead, are they? Nice work, adventurer. Save me the hassle of... never mind. Actually, I should be eating these raisins to get extra XP. Wait, you still asking about what we beat Titus? I don't know, adventurer. It was a pretty risky strategy, the kind old adventurer of 10 score battles could rely upon. I want to teach you, I truly do. But unless you prove you have what it takes to face the fat bastard, I can't in good conscience tell you a damn thing. At the very least, you'd need to be capable of slaying, say, a gooby. Come to think of it, that ain't a bad idea. Them creatures have a taste for the flour milled here, so you ought to have no trouble finding one in the vicinity. Of course, I ain't asking you to cut one down quick as a skilled axeman like myself. Any road, why don't you try heading due west and standing looking out in case a gooby comes calling, slay it, and I might consider you about old Titus. Ugh. Hey, you again, then that could be those rest and the Millers is dead. Didn't think he had it in you, adventurer. Still, you took forever and a day to get the job done. I'm still not sure if I should tell you our secrets. Dude. That's level 15, so yeah, I need a new... I need a new one. Dude. Oh, coughing. As per usual. So, A, as I was saying, I still don't know if you've got what it takes to face Titus. Maybe if you slew A. Tractum. You in here drinking again. If you are that good, we had better be dead. Oh, it's dead, Chief. Ye have me word on that. Cleave the beast skull in two with me trusty axe, I did. Is that a fact? And what will your friend here say if I ask her? She'll vouch for me, of course, ain't that right? Friend. Tell me the truth. Was it Totem who slew that Gobi, or was it you? Chief, what are you saying? It's me, Tractum, the finest axeman ever to serve in the company of heroes, the legendary mercenaries who slew that bastard Titus. 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 Who in the seven hells is Titus? Some primal you fought in a drink-sodden dream. The company of heroes slew Titan, you bloody half-wit. Well, see, Titus was what me and the lads used to call him. That's the biggest load of Sahagin shite I've ever heard. Both of you outside will learn the truth of the Laminensen way. Tractum, if you didn't slay that Gobi, you might consider your contract revoked. Well, shit. Poor guy. Alright, you know the rules. First to smash their boulder will be judged the Gobi Slayer. That's cheap. They look nothing alike. Well, first off, my boulder is much bigger. was worried I wasn't gonna get it for a sec. All right, I admit it. I lied about being in the company of heroes. But I'm begging you, Chief, please don't dismiss me. I've learned my lesson. Honest, I have. Save your blubbering, Troctum. Gods, I should have known. Mercy, please. I didn't want to just deceive ye, I swear. It's just that I keep getting turned away by all the folk I asked for work and I panicked. The last job I had was at Costa to Sol, and there was this grizzled marauder everyone treated like royalty. When I heard he was the captain in the company of heroes, I finally understood why. I wasn't being serious when I said I was one of them, but he went on and believed me, look, his name was Wyascat, alright? Wyascat. He'll tell you you have to defeat Titus or whatever the hell that thing's name is. That's what you wanted, ain't it? So come on then, tell the chief to forgive me, it's only fair. Well, I have a lot of unattuned mapping to do. So let's get that out of the way. Probably not going to be that interesting, but at least it's getting done. This is mapped, but Swift Perch is not attuned. So we're gonna go do that. This area. And then we'll go back up and go to the east. On the fairy dock. Now we go to the Costa del Sol. Thank you. There's lots of water. Good to see you, Ginger. And everybody else who's in here. It's been a quiet morning. Pardon, you wish to slay the Lord of Crags. We must slay him, Captain. The people of Limsa are depending upon us. You fancy yourself heroes, then, just like in the tales. Be, be not so quick to judge. Long have I labored for the well-being of you and yours, and my associate here has bathed in Ifrit's hellfire and lived. She is blessed with power that protects her from primal influence. Thus has she been able to lay low the Lord of the Inferno. We know well the risks that have taken every possible precaution. We lack only the knowledge of how to enter the Titan's lair. Pray be so good to us as to grant us the boon of your wisdom, and we shall be on our way. A woman who can't be tempered, useful, but it will not be good enough. It is true that the company of heroes fought and felled primals, but each victory was bought with the lifeblood of brave men and women. And Titan was the worst we faced. We defeated him in the end, but he took from us some of our very best. Even if you possess the power you claim, I have no reason to believe you will succeed. Believe what you will, we mean to try. Though our lives be forfeit, we will not abandon Limsa to the wrath of Titan. You're passionate, I'll grant you that, and you deserve better than the greeting I gave you. But I will not send you into Gohamoro on a whim. To be plain, I do not wish to see you give your lives in vain. At the very least, I must have assurances that you are more than common adventurers. I oversee security for Master Gegajaru's estates. Perhaps you can demonstrate your abilities by attending to one of our... Ye gods, man, have you heard nothing I have said? We have not the time to perform trivial tasks. The enemy is at the gates. Do you imagine words can sway me, girl? If you dislike my conditions, then you are welcome to find your way into Ogahamara. Sigh, though it pains me to admit it, I fear we have no choice but to acquiesce to the man's demands. Yet much remains to be done if we are to best Titan. Forgive me, but I must ask you to undertake this task alone. I will use the time to see to the remaining preparations. Leaving the dirty work to others, are we? Very well. Pray do whatever the good captain bids. However trifling, remember the fate of Lominsa hangs in the balance. Master Gegajaru's request can be more demanding than you realize. Before I set you to your true task, I would like to verify that this won't be a waste of my time. A Nyx has recently been seen prowling on the beach to the east. As you can imagine, my master does not want large slimy creatures anywhere near his lands. The beast is cunning, but you should have no difficulty luring it out with herring. Slay the Nyx and return to me. Oh, and don't forget to bring me a Legis proof of the kill. Yeah, I know, right? Y'shtola's just like, no. Well, did you deal with the Knicks? Yes. Yes, I did. Lest you think me overly cautious for testing you in this way, you should know that we had an incident not long ago. A foolish young employee was dismissed for lying about his past. He claimed to have served in the company of heroes, but I knew for a fact he did not. Anyway, now that the pointless busy work is finished, I shall give you a challenge as befits your talents. Two highly distinguished individuals are scheduled to visit Costa del Sol in the near future, and Master Gijajaru wishes to welcome them with an elaborate banquet. But while money is no object, not everything Master Gijaru desires can be so easily purchased. It is to be an extremely exotic feast, and Thea, your mission is to seek out and obtain the rare ingredients our chief requires. Naturally, such fine dining must be accompanied with a suitable wine, and by suitable I mean the very best there is. That, however, can wait for the time being, as I believe you have enough on your plate as is. It will be a very long and arduous journey, but you need not toil alone. Many of the mercenaries who once served under my command still live, and they will guide you in your quest. For the first ingredient, I would have you travel to the South Shroud and speak with Landinel at Camp Tranquil. What? Do you mean to tell me that you cannot afford to waste time as your associate did? Adventurer, you have not the endurance to complete this mission. How do you expect me to believe you can outlast the Lord of Crags? Either do it or don't. I have work to do. Saving money by going to New Grandonia first. And then we shall port. So I only played Final Fantasy VII Remake and only part of it. That's how much experience I have with Final Fantasy. Not much. Because prior to that, someone bought, well, I had bought 10 and 10-2, and I started playing 10-2 first, and that was a bad choice. I hated it. Because it relied on, like, changing clothes to, like, do the fight and, like, the fighting styles and stuff, and it was just janky. And I was not a fan. And, yeah, I couldn't get into it. So that was my first impression of Final Fantasy, and then I just didn't ever go back until much later when 7 Remake was made, which was more recently. Do you require assistance, adventurer? So this is the one who would challenge Titan. I've been expecting using it. The ingredient you seek is the egg of a giant Adamantoise. The method of acquisition should be obvious. You steal it from the beast's nest, of course. Simple in theory, but difficult in execution. Most who try die in the attempt. Will I help you get it? Ha, you amuse me. I will not jeopardize my position by openly assisting you. For me, you will receive only information. What you do with it is your choice. That's cool. Yeah, I know that a lot of this game incorporates stuff from other games, and I think that's really neat. I just um couldn't I don't know, I just couldn't get into I'll eventually finish number 7 because I really liked it, but I got distracted with other things. Let me be clear, this business between you, me, and the captain must remain a secret. I don't regret my time spent with the company in the slightest, traveling the world, meeting interesting people, killing them. It was all jolly good fun. Alas, Gridanians are, by the large and unforgiving lot. Toho here being a rare exception. I've had to go to great lengths to ensure that I am seen as a model citizen with no taste for drinking, whoring, gambling, and all those other activities, so I dearly miss. So understand that if you ruin my little charade by wagging your tongue, I'll fashion a noose with your entrails and hang you from the nearest heaven's pillar. Well, what are you waiting for? That's a perfect good Almondrose egg in a nest to the east of here, just ripe for the taking. Now that I expect you to live long enough to claim it. The mother never strays far from the child, and you will surely be attacked the moment you lay hands on the egg. There will be other heroes, Sia. You do not need to challenge Titan. Abandon your quest, or your corpse will rot in this swamp. He is nothing. An egg is nothing. A tortoise is nothing. I thought you might have the good sense to leave this place. By your continued presence, I take it you intend to persevere to the bitter end. Aha, such bravery, such recklessness, that will serve you well against Titan. Leave that egg with me, I will see that it gets captured, and you should make haste to southern Thanalan. In Forgotten Springs, you will find a man named... I can't pronounce that. Ura Nuna. I will be your next guide. Safe travels, yeah. Unattuned. Ugh. I gotta go mapping. Also, this is a terrible place to be. Why would they have you travel through like a 45 area? Scary. State your business adventure. Snort. Ha ha ha. This is the one Wisicott sends me. I haven't the foggiest what he sees in you, and until I do, you will receive no aid from me. I don't know what's the best thing to take. As a healer. I don't even know what these are used for. Persistent bugger, very well. Let's have a look at you. You've seen your share of battle, there's no mistaking that. And you did manage to obtain the Admiral's egg. However, that was not more than a display of brute force and blind courage. Nana, I once also believed that his strength would save him, and he was wrong, and now I am enough. Many years ago, I joined the company of heroes to hone my skills instead of challenging my predecessor before I was ready. Even when I was young, I understood that victory goes to the patient, the cunning, the pragmatic. That is why I claimed my position. It is why I still hold it. It is why I will not help an unproven wealth. The children of the stands do not offer aid to strangers. To do so is a sign of weakness. However, if you were recognized as a skilled hunter in your own right, it would be permissible to assist you. Across the desert to the east lies an Amalja encampment. That there dwells a warrior renowned both for his strength and his guile. To even face this Amalja in battle, you must first find a way to lure him away from the encampment. This will be your test, to draw out and defeat the veteran. For this I will offer you no advice, only this worn spear. Why, you ask? This will have to solve the riddle yourself. Now go slay this old warrior and bring me back his necklace. Yeah, that's fair. at his little footprints. Dum 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 dum. I'm fine. Help me, adventurer. Is our old nemesis dead? The fine necklace as befits a veteran of countless battles. It will make an excellent trophy. The spirit belonged to one of his brothers. I knew when he spied it from afar he would be unable to resist venturing outside the encampment to see for himself. Did you discern my intent, or was it dumb luck, I wonder? Either way, you impressed me, adventurer. I shall tell you of the ingredient you seek. Nice. A shame we did not meet when I was still with the company of heroes. You would have made a fine recruit. But no point dwelling on what cannot be. You have a well worn to hunt. Sandworms slither brazenly across the desert dunes, but Welwick worms are far fewer in number. Rarity breeds demand, and so their meat is highly prized as a delicacy. The only way to catch your quarry is to entice it with something it cannot resist. These worms prey on the smaller creature of the Sagoli. A freshly slaughtered angler carcass would be my choice of bait. There is an area teeming with anglers to the east. It will mark it upon your map, along with location where Welwick worms are most frequently sighted. Be warned, the blood will drive the worm into a feeding frenzy. If your skills are lacking, it will devour you as well. I think critical is what I took. Yeah, I took critical. Time for another cough drop. You look well. Have you caught your quarry then? Yes. Your skills as a hunter rival those of our best. I applaud your success, Thea. The meat will need to be heavily smoked before I ship it to Weiss. Yeah. Worry not. You have my word that he will receive it in time for the banquet. You must be eager to obtain the third ingredient. I regret to say that I know not of its location, for the notes should return to Costa del Sol and seek Mascaret's counsel. Ah, but hold a moment, since you will be meeting the captain again soon, there is something I would like you to deliver to him for me. Captain was always fine of this. Brown wine, I would be grateful if you would deliver it on my behalf. I was a reckless, angry youth when I first joined the company, and he would have been well within his rights to cast me out. Everything I have I owe to his wisdom and generosity. I was Grit and his firm yet fair teacher, an expert molder of men, and I suspect this is still the case now. Please give him my regards, yeah. Ugh. Well met, Thea. Landonel and Odo spoke highly of you. That brings you here today. What brings you here today? Oh, my favorite. I shall have to thank the note personally. Now you have but one ingredient left. Fortunately, you will not have to travel to Aldenar this time to obtain it. Truth be told, I never intended for you to collect this last ingredient. Ray Flox, my old quartermaster, wished to bring it to Costa del Sol herself. However, not long ago, she sent word there's been some trouble at the long stop, and the delivery would be delayed indefinitely. She told me nothing of the incident itself, but I feared that the situation may be dire. That I would not like nothing more to aid her myself. I have no choice but to turn to you and your allies. Make haste to the Hidden Fall docks and speak with Ozin Nazin. He will direct you through Raincatcher Gully, where Brave Flox and her people have made their home. What's the hurry, Venture? Something happened over at the Gobi settlement. I don't know why you're so eager to help a bunch of beastmen, but you go and talk to the skipper yonder and she'll ferry you to Raincatcher Gully. Well, this is the dungeon. Or I get to cry myself to sleep. Ugh. Shish, shish. Flap tongues of Whiskipy reaching ears of Brayflocks. Uplander is coming for taste fresh goby treats, yes. Quest prize of Uplander deep and long step. Flighty beast chase Gobby Flock from homes. Gobby Flock needs goodly Uplander give safety to Longstop with much hand lending. Yep. So now you guys get to see me stuck as a healer. Yep, dungeon time. That one made me a little nervous. Palms are getting sweaty. Yeah, well, that's fair. We all just jumping around now? Is that what we're doing? He didn't even want to initiate? Shit. Fuck. Ow. They all leave already? Okay. Whatever. I didn't fucking give a shit anyway. Ugh. Taylor. And that poison dragon was a bitch. It was rude to me, okay? It deserved its fate. Ugh. Okay. Pishkish. Goodly Uplander has thanks to Gooby Flock. Mighty Beast was tricksy foe, but Uplander outwitted with plans making. Uplander was Goodly head for fighty think. Brave Flock's happy gives tasty fresh gobby treats to clever Uplander. Cheese is stinky sweet gooby treat. Special make with sweet secret gobby arts. No party complete without gobby gouda. Brave Flocks every say. Goblin cheese, huh? Also, I don't know if we got the yeah, we did. Look that hat. It was better than what we had. Put the gloves. Pants. look awful. Telling ya. Sure. Go for it, Ginger. I'm all for hearing advice. I don't mind. Sniff, sniff. I gather you solved Brayflux's little problem. By the gods, that unholy stench. This is, definitely goblin cheese. Judging from the smell, this should be quite flavorful. How's it made? It's better you remain ignorant of such things. I still remember when I learned what kind of milk they use. Shudder. Bravo, Zia. Thanks to you, our guest shall be honored with a marvelous banquet. But what good is an exotic feast without an equally exotic aperitif? Luckily, I know just the person to ask. Make your way to Wineport and seek out Shamani Mahamani, another former member of the company. All you have to do is give him this order slip. He'll take care of the rest. Oh, and if you're wondering if this is merely a ploy to test your patience, I assure you I do actually need that wine. And while you're there, give Shamani Mamani my regards. Oh, okay. Sweat, grime, and blood. You reek of blood. An adventure, unless I am mistaken, what brings you to Wineport? An order, let me guess. A request for the finest vintage I can muster. Sniff, sniff. This paper smells of loam and perfume. Costa del Sol. And there is also the unmistakable odor of goblin cheese. Yes, master, good God, Drew will not settle for anything less than the best. Dyer Schwist and his crew must be quite busy preparing an exotic feast, hence his decision to rely on an adventurer. Ah, but perhaps you are confused. This display of seduction was not intended to impress you. one loses his vision, he is forced to compensate in other ways. But you've no interest in my affairs. You wish only to discuss the wine, I suspect. Life can be so delightfully unpredictable. I always had a passion for wine, but it wasn't until I was forced to retire that I could pursue it more than a mere hobby. It wouldn't have been possible if not for saving and amass during my time as a mercenary, of course. Say what you will about the nature of that work, none can deny that it pays well. I'll bet you grow impatient, and Whiskerit must have his wine. Therein lies the problem. Nothing in my possession is of sufficient quality for this occasion. The best vintages in town are hoarded by Briar Glint, who owns and operates the largest winery in Vilebrand. Somehow I doubt he will be receptive to your request, but given these circumstances, we must needs beg his assistance. What rank amateur bottled this wine? The impurities have rendered it nigh undrinkable. Dismissal is too good for that man responsible. He should be made to drink every drop of this diluted swill. What is it? I am in the middle of an important discussion, and I do not care for interruptions. Then neophyte vintners speak to you about me, huh? Neither you nor your friend has the palate to appreciate the subtle qualities of my private stock. I would sooner serve you Gubu urine than sell you my worst vintage. Begone from my sight. I take it he said no, really, in those words? Well, I cannot say that I am surprised. Well, there's no denying his passion and skill. The wine baron of Umsa Lominsa is not a man known for his tact. Very well, we shall have to make an alternative approach. There is a chance, however small, that another resident of Wineport can furnish us with a suitable wine. In fact, had you come several years ago, I guarantee this would not have been a problem. Alas, the quality of our product has declined significantly in recent years. The only breeds cultivated these days are common lowland vines, which isn't to say that their grapes are of poor quality, only that we have known better. Long ago, the Vignerins of Wineport crossbreeded several species and produced a grape-bearing vine, a never-before-seen quality. Baccaris vines were once the pride of this town, as they were used to produce vintages which surpassed all others. This includes the most aromatic, the most complex, the most flavorful of all wines. Aye, the legendary Bacchus wines were born right here in Wineport. Pardon my enthusiasm, you see. I once had the privilege to sample that particular wine. It was an otherworldly experience. In that moment, I felt as though I had tasted the nectar of the gods themselves. I transcended my mortal flesh and was one with all creation. But, as is all too often said, the calamity changed all that. Bacchus vineyards were completely destroyed, along with much of the existing stock of Bacchus wine. What little remains is closely guarded by its owners, for it can no longer be made. If we cannot convince Belgrant to part with his wines, our next best option, as ridiculous as it sounds, is to find someone who has a bottle of Bacchus wine and to offer them every gill we can spare. I've heard rumors that one of the Vignerins tending the vineyards might have had once owned a bottle. Perhaps we could start by speaking with them. Yeah. Bacchus Wine Bar, don't remind me, used to have a cellar filled with the stuff that would keep the wine safe from thieves and the elements. Never counted on a bloody primal blowing up my goddamn house. And I actually really enjoy puns. Yeah. I didn't catch it because I'm tired and special. What do I have? Bacchus wine? I wish I never had the chance to try it myself. Sorry, friend. But you're a few years too late. And look, most regrettable, but we had to try. But Bacchus wine would have been perfect for that occasion. I must confess my certitude would be due in part to my personal history with the beverage. It is, after all, the very reason I decided to become a vintner. After Titan blinded me in our battle beneath Ogahamuro, I fell into a deep depression. It wasn't until I tasted Bacchus wine for the first time that I realized that there was still so much I could experience, even in my condition. It helped me to find a new direction in life. It breaks my heart to think that wondrous ambrosia, which once filled me with hope, may be forever lost to us. Oh, dude, I love wine. It's so good. Oh, I'm a white wine person myself. Some Sauvignon Blanc. Ugh.
Remember to stretch.
Oh boy. Oh, I needed that. I must say, this Taco Bacchus wine has made me rather nostalgic. Indeed, there is much I miss about my life with the company of heroes. After everything the captain has done for me, I would not bear to disappoint him. I have no fear. I swear that I shall find a suitable wine for the banquet. I may need some time to think of a solution. In the meantime, there is a favor I would ask of you. 2 years ago, in the deepest depths of my despair, I stumbled across a Vilbrand as a vagabond drunk. I suspect I was looking for a place to die because I nearly found one not far from here. It was there that man named Dress took me in and nursed me back to health. It was he who gave me my first taste of Bacchus wine, which helped me to find my new calling. Though I am still a novice in the arts of winemaking, I would like him to know that I am pursuing my dream. This wine is my very own creation, and it would be most graceful if you delivered it to him in my stead. Dress sometimes works at the Raincatcher Gully docks, so perhaps Bridget can take you there to find him. Excuse you. Stop chewing on that. My cat likes plastic. Don't mind me telling him to knock it off. He found it. He found some plastic. Butthead. Stop it. Just be a good boy. Oh, you mean the hermit? I toss him a few gil when we may need an extra pair of hands. He doesn't talk about himself, and I sure as hell don't ask. When man got a face with scars like that, you best leave well enough alone, I say. If you've a mind to find him, though, then head southwest to the Severed String. What do you mean, want? What do you want? Well, Warren, I didn't ask for this. Who sent you? I groan. Can't sleep. They won't let me sleep. The midges, the buzzing, it keeps me awake. I never wanted to hurt anyone. I won't fight. I don't want to fight. Please make the buzzing stop. Make the midges go away. They haven't reappeared yet. There they are. Okay. I was like, I want them to reappear. It's not allowed anymore. Did you do that? Thank you. You helped me even after what my comrades and I did to your country. We were on a red reconnaissance mission when the maelstrom caught us by surprise. We tried to escape, but the others, no one else survived. I didn't ask for this, damn it. I'm not even Darlian. They conquered my lands just like they tried to conquer yours. I don't want to die in some blasted jungle halfway around the world. I just want to go home. I wish to thank Shamani for the wine. That was overly kind. Would you be willing to take a gift back to him? Last night at Red Mantis Falls, I collected the sap from nearby palm trees. If placed in coconut shells and stored for half Bell's time, it makes for a fine wine. See, it should be ready by now. I left 3 shells out there. Please take them to Shamani for me. I'm glad he's moved on with his life. I hope that one day do the same. We're just gonna run away. Been some time, Zia. What news do you have of Drist? Sniff, sniff. Yes, I do recall I had some knowledge of winemaking, a simplistic but nevertheless effective method that utilizes the natural properties of palm sap. We shall have to enjoy this batch before it spoils. We are not so different, Drest and I. Two men long struggled not to let our scars define us. I worry that he has been alone with his thoughts for far too long. I just passed the time I paid him a visit. Thank you for looking after him, Dia. By the gods, Dia, listen, I know you're eager to wash your hands of this wine business, but I've just discovered something extraordinary about Drest palm wine. A sealed-aged coconut shell with a leaf which has very distinct shape and unusual color. I thought I was going mad at first, but now I am certain. These are the leaves of the Bacchus grapevine. Do you know what this means? Somewhere in Raincatcher Gully, the legendary vine still grows. We could obtain a cutting. We could revive the Bacchus wine industry. We must know where Drace found these leaves. Here, take one of them back to him and see what he remembers. Hello again. What is it? It's just a leaf, isn't it? I chose it because it was pretty. I didn't know it was rare. Found them near the Juggernaut, south to the south. I didn't see any grapevines. Saw fresh Ryobi tracks though. Maybe the leaves came from vines growing on the back of one such beast. If you go looking for it, please be careful. Some Gyobis are more territorial than others. You may have to defend yourself. What did Driss have to say, Thea? Tell me everything. I was right. This smell, this texture. I held in my hands a Bacchus grapevine cutting. And now, enough of this nonsense. I have heard of your discovery, and I refuse to believe that a common adventurer novice engineer could. 12 as my witness. It is a Bacchus grapevine. However, did you find this fantastic specimen? What? You would offer this to me, but why? There is none other better positioned to reconstruct the Bacchus vineyards than you, Master Bergerant. You have the resources, the knowledge, and the passion to do so, and it would be selfish of me to keep this cutting. I never knew you cared so deeply about your craft. Thank you, good sir. I will not squander this gift. In just a few years' time, I swear that every tavern across the Orzea will once again be clamoring for a cask of Wineport's legendary Bacchus wine. Sir, you needn't. Sniff, sniff. Wait. The shape of this bottle, the scent of this label. This couldn't possibly be a 1547 Bacchus? But that's impossible. This vintage has not ever been seen since years before the calamity. It was the crown jewel of my personal collection. For years I debated opening it, wondering if today or tomorrow would be the ideal time, but now I realize it was never meant for me. It should be savored by the saviors of Wineport, I say. He has made us an offer we cannot refuse. Master Georgie will find no finer wine. You have forever changed Wineport, Thea. Thank you for your kindness and your generosity. But do not permit me to delay you any longer. Pray deliver this wine to Captain Whiskerate. Yes, they are such weird looking creatures, aren't they? And they're like long, weird, spindly arms that attack you. Well, yes, I would very much like to drink it, but I am a patient man, and I have faith that one day I shall have another opportunity to taste perfection. Your prolonged accent has beginning to concern me, so what of a wine I asked you to bring? That's unhealth, a 1547 Bacchus. Even now I know who read that is. I have to admit, I didn't think you had it in you, but congratulations, Thea. Thanks to you, this will be the most luxurious feast Costa del Sol has seen in years. Considering the lengths you went to, I hope our guests appreciate it. Speed in which your associates arrived a short while ago, she appears to be growing somewhat impatient. Perhaps you could tell her what the banquet is about to begin. Poor Y'shtola. You have the look of a woman who has been to the seventh hell and back. The guest should be so expected to supply the victuals for a banquet held in her own honor, and this, well, the shadow of a Titan looms over us all. It beggars belief. I can only applaud your stoicism. Had I been asked to endure such ignominy, I fear I would have accepted my lot with less grace. Lady Y'shtola, Lady Soren. A thousand pardons for this extreme discourtesy I was wholly unaware of A true identity, madame. Had I known, I would never have permitted my man to subject you to such unspeakable ordeals. Come now, she must have sensed something was amiss. You didn't seriously think I would send you running the length and breadth of Eorzea for a banquet, did you? Spare her your mockery, Captain. Your intent was unclear to me until this moment, and unlike me, Zia has no knowledge of your traditions. Mayhap you would be so good as to enlighten her. Aye, fair, fair. This is no sense hiding it any longer. We five were chosen by our brothers and sisters, and before the company of heroes disbanded, we were sworn a solemn oath that any who would follow in our footsteps must be weighed and measured, not by their reputation but by their deeds. Each man would judge those would-be god-slayers by his own criteria. Even if one found her wanting, she would be rejected and without a second thought. But as she proved herself worthy, we swore that we would do our utmost to support her cause. The world has ever been full of brave souls eager to give their lives for a righteous cause, but all were too few capable of making a difference with their own sacrifice. To send wave after wave of hapless adventurers into the jaws of foe against whom they have no hope of victory is worse than futile. Titan is not one to be challenged lightly, and we will not be complacent in the deaths of the unworthy. Which is why the five of you dying to test Zia with such commendable thoroughness. Time will spend, I am sure, but tell us, Captain, what is the assessment of you and your fellows? She's a brave one, that much is certain. She willingly walks into the midst of danger despite my repeated warnings that it would cost her her life. Her skill is undeniable. She stalked her prey as relentlessly as any child of the stands and struck with precision when the opportunity presented itself. To many adventurers these days care only for fortune and glory. Zia, however, is a kind, generous soul. I am certain she has no shortage of loyal allies who will gladly fight at her side. Pishish. Willie Uplander is talentful plainsmaker, Trixie Full for mighty Rockman. I can only concur with my colleague's assessment. We five of the company of heroes hereby judge you a worthy challenger. Cast down the Lord of Crags, Zia Soren, and write a new chapter in the history of Eorzea. With the formalities out of the way, let the festivals begin. Summon the dancers, pour the wine. Eat, drink, and be merry, my friends, for today we celebrate the birth of the new legend, Zia Soren, Titan's Bane. Celebrating a bit early. Congratulations, sweetling. Now relax and enjoy the show. It's only just begun. Dude, we're doomed. It spells like ill tidings. Celebrate before something is complete. Yeah, it is kind of funny, but also awful. When you face the Lord of Crag, think not of Limsa, Lominsa, Eorzea, or anything beyond his chamber. Think only of the men and women at by your side. Fight for them, and they will fight for you. Remember that no great victory was ever achieved alone. Pish, shish. Goodly Uplander must be facing mighty Rockman with clever. Why do you think Goodby Flock cannot be coming to rescue this time? Ozia, you brave fool, promise me that when you meet Titan, you will look at him in the eye and tell him Lindanel sends his regards. You're a veteran of countless battles, yeah. This one is one but more. Trust in your experience and you will prevail. You're blessed with the fortitude to rival the earth itself. Titan will struggle to break you, I think. You are kind to indulge them, Zia. This banquet is as much for the company as it is for you, whatever they may claim. I do not deny that they mean well, but now scarcely is a time for celebration. Though they have all but announced you the victor, the battle with Titan has yet to begin. The hour has come for the good captain to make good on his promise. We must speak with him again. I did run a dungeon just for cheese. That is true. Just for cheese. You must be eager to face Titan. As promised, we will show you the way. Travel to Bronze Lake and Upper Lanasia, where you will meet with Riol, another man who once served with the company. To ensure that this knowledge does not fall into the wrong hands, he will remain in hiding until you have given the correct signal. Give me your map. You must whistle loudly at the 3 locations I mark. Only then will he appear to meet you at this 4th location. I realize this may seem excessive now, but you will see that it is more than reasonable once you comprehend the risks inherent in our method. Okay, you guys. Small break, and then we will be back. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna call it for today. I don't feel good. And then I'm gonna take a break. I forgot to eat lunch, and I need to eat. But thank you so much for showing up today. I'm sure I'll feel better once I actually eat. I think I'm just hungry. Minus the cough. Thank everyone for showing up today and hanging out. It was tons of fun, and we made good progress. Short stream today. And we will see you Friday. Bye.